Tuesday, 28th of July. So the first month of the summer holiday coming to the end. It was quite interesting. I do believe few fireworks ahead, and we are right here right now, 30 seconds ahead of the US cash market open. So as usual, first thing first, we are going to check first 5-minute trading range when it comes today to the Nasdaq, all right? So we are going to try to check what is going on, if there is some kind of the profit taking signs ahead of the end of the month. Well, taking into the consideration what we've seen on the gold and silver, a little bit of the dollar, well, cannot be ruled out. We are trading below the weekly open of the previous week, and we will see. Well, when it comes to the technology index, that's what I recorded yesterday, guys, right? Yesterday evening, I recorded the update when it comes to the tech stocks. We were discussing Apple, Tesla, Google, Netflix. So you can visit the archive section of the Light Forex Global YouTube channel to check and go through. It's gonna be very interesting tomorrow and Thursday. Because of antitrust hearing, because of the earnings reports on Thursday, and then Friday is gonna be should be active as well because of the end of the month. So I'm pretty sure what we are going to see today, it's gonna be at the start of the preparation towards the end of the month, the beginning of the new month. So, well, especially Thursday after the session close. Plenty of possible fireworks with the lower liquidity. We'll see. Anyway, nothing extraordinary. The range is very tight when it comes to the Nasdaq for now. 17 points for now. What we are talking about when it comes to the Nasdaq, what we are looking for, strong attempt to strong recovery after the Friday stop count, right? Below the bottom of the range, rejection. Now we are testing 50% of that one. We got some kind of the rejection. So looking for a daily open and today's high when it comes to the pre-market. That should tell us what next. If we are going to go strongly through that levels, we might retest top of that range. All right. Otherwise, 50% of that range, that could be some kind of the selling zone, selling level. 30 minutes. When it comes to the 30 minutes, we have this channel, downward channel, respected for now, but that's the pre-market downward channel, right? Easily we can find some support around current levels and try to go higher. We will see. Yeah, I would like to see attempt to clean the Tokyo high, pre-market high when it comes to the Nasdaq, but it might not materialize. As you can see, we are speeded up to the downside, so some stops for sure been taken out. Now, of course, I'm waiting for the range to make the measure. If, for example, aggressive rally to the upside, like 3x of the range, if it's gonna to bring stop count when it comes to the, what's that going on here? If it's going to get the chance to bring the stop count of the yeah, actually, well, okay, the range is enough for now. The range is enough. So you know what I'm looking for when it comes to the Nasdaq. So let's have a look what we have on the dollar ahead of the Fed tomorrow. But the guys, tomorrow is very important. Then it's not only Fed. Before the Fed, we have London fix, and it's T+2 when it comes to the spot settlement. So if some guys are gonna want to make some settlement at the end of the European session, that the London fix is gonna be very, very interesting. And then of course, post FOMC end of the session, and the move might not be strictly related to the FOMC. The move might be related to the end of the month flow and the real reaction to the Fed. Well, we might wait a bit, like 12-24 hours. That could be the case as well. Anyway, when it comes to the euro dollar, strong rally to the upside. Finally, we hit the levels close to 118. There's 1-to-1, and what I'm looking for some kind of the pullback. How big pullback? This type of the pullback we've seen before. It should bring us down towards 115. Can we see that this week? Well, never say never. With this amount of the events ahead this week, everything can happen. Simply, I don't want to chase the price. But yes, that's true that lately short-term euro dollar for me is buy the dip, right? But the dip, I'm not gonna chase the price to the upside. So I'm looking for a deeper pullback. All right. Am I going to look for sell euro dollar? No, not for now. Not for now, guys. If I'm going to look to buy some dollars, probably I'm going to go and try to do that via pound, right? As the cable is still, based on the weekly chart, is still inside this big, bold, blue zone. That's the supply zone based on the weekly chart, right? So whenever I'm going to get any kind of the failure from the intraday perspective, like what we might see here, there was a double top, right? And we have this stop count right here, right now. Today we are waiting for the US consumer confidence data, and then nothing else. Then we have like London fix, and who knows what's going to happen. If the sentiment is going to worsen a bit when it comes to the indices. Let's have a look where we are on the Nasdaq. Yeah, we're trying to recover. But at some point, if I'm gonna see the rally, right, and I'm going to look for selling opportunity on the Nasdaq, for sure I'm going to at the same time look for selling opportunity on the pound. Pound is reacting for now as a risk-on currency. That's what we discussed for quite some time. For now, quite okay when it comes to some kind of the rejection. Let's switch lower on the cable. Without the shadows, that looks good. It might be that even if we are going to hold twice the zone here and here, that might be the entry on the cable. As I mentioned, there is a huge rejection on the gold, silver, right? I'm going to get back to make the update closer to end of the day, and I'm of course with the Australian dollar preparation, so ahead of the Tokyo Open. Mostly because of the Australian CPI later today. So actually the commodities are gonna be the good addition into that update. Probably I'm going to do that after the US close, so we will see. But the rejection when it comes to the gold, quite big, right? And even we were close to 1,900 when it comes to the spot. We are trading a little bit higher. So quite huge move. Quite huge development. We will see how the day is going to end. They just got the problem when it comes to the Nasdaq on the daily cash open. That's not good sign, not at all. But again, it's the end of the month. There is no reason to try to chase the prices, guys. Okay. So. Let's try to summarize. Euro dollar is buying the dip for me. Cable, I'm looking for the failure, right? So if we are going to get the top of the hour, so option expiration close below, I might try to take the risk ahead of the London fix and short that one, okay? And I wanna fade Nasdaq rally, but I wanna see something closer to the pre-market Tokyo high when it comes to the Nasdaq, all right? And practically for now, that's it what I'm looking for, guys. That's it what I'm looking for. Closer to the end of the day, I'm going to revisit Australian dollar versus yen again. And maybe if we are going to have a time, CAD yen, because I like what yen is doing, what the bulls on the yen are doing. Currently, the only thing I'm a little bit worried that completely it's not in a line with what other markets are doing, right? So some kind of the risk on risk off, they are not in line right now from my perspective. So final thing, because you should immediately think when I mentioned that I'm looking to buy euro dollar and I'm looking to sell pound dollar, immediately you should recognize that the euro pound could be the tip as well. So monitor the pullback on the euro pound. Currently we are trying to get back below the weekly open. Of course we do have a problem around 91.50. all right, how low can we go? I think that the previous week open somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken, there you go, this one should hold, and if we are going to really hold that level today, tomorrow on the daily closes, based on the daily closes, I might try to fight with the longs on euro pound as well. But overall, when thinking about selling pound, as I mentioned, we have to have a little bit more negative sentiment when it comes to the indices because of how the pound is reacting currently. So I'm just watching. There is no reason to try to chase the prices, especially towards the end of the month. That's the first thing first. Looking to deeper pullback when it comes to the euro dollar. So looking to buy around 115, 114.50. When it comes to the cable, watching what's going to happen towards the option expiration. And when it comes to the indices, I would like to see end of the month a little bit of the rally towards today's high, pre-market high, some stop hands, some manipulation over there and rejection, right? Towards the end of the day, I'm going to watch carefully what is going on, what kind of development we have on the Australian dollar because of the Aussie CPI. So after the US session, I'm going to prepare the market update about the Australian dollar, gold. Maybe we are going to have a time for a silver and of course of indices. Guys, don't be trapped. Tricky few next days. Be very careful. We will see what's going to happen. And from my side, I'm going to try to navigate very delicately and not too big exposure, something here, something there, if that's possible. Anyway, it was my pleasure to make this US cash market open update for you. See you around the closing bell. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Cheers and bye.